Hey guys, it's Josh Bosch from Straightforward Interactive here. I just wanted to show you something, clarify what target and bid only means for you in the display network, and also show you a default setting that sometimes confuses AdWords managers in the Google interface. So real quick here, this is just a sample account that we use, and over here you can see I'm in display campaign 1. And I have clicked the display network tab, which then opens up all these different ways that you can target in the display network. As you can see, the display keywords, I just threw a few sample ones in there for levity. Placements, got a couple of those in there too. Topics, got one. Interests, I do not have remarketing associated with this account, so this is just an interest I chose. Technophiles, I actually chose a gender female and age 65 or more. Now, it's probably rare that you would set up a display campaign that had all 6 of these, but one thing that you do often have together is display keywords, which you almost always have, and placements. These other 4, maybe yes or no, but pretty common to want to target placements and to seed it with display keywords to find automatic placements. The tricky part about this is that when you add placements, topics, interests, gender, and age, Google is going to set the default setting to what's called target and bid. I'm going to switch over to editor here for the same campaign. If you go to the campaign and you click on the ad groups tab, and then I click on this one ad group, you can see it will be minimized. You see down here, this is probably what it's going to look like for you to start out with. It's going to have the edit selected ad groups window open. Down here though, you'll see flexible reach, and you'll see under placements, topics, interests, all this stuff, it's target and bid. That's what it's going to default to when you set up criteria for placements, topics, etc. And the problem with target and bid that most people don't understand, and that's because it's not very intuitive, is that if any of these are set to target and bid, when they're set to target and bid, you're actually requiring Google to match all the criteria in addition to the keywords before it shows that ad. So for example, I put awesome AdWords agency dominating PPC warriors in there. Obviously I'm messing around, but and also added those different placements, topics and stuff that I showed you. But with the default setting, it's going to require, if it has target and bid, it's going to require that the placement matches, the topics match, the interests match, the gender matches, and the age match. Basically, if you have target and bid, all these things need to match before your ads get shown. It's very likely that if you're using these different ways of targeting, that you're probably assuming that Google will show these ads on if they match any of them. If for example, I wanted the algorithm to match these keywords, let's say, it's obvious that I want my ads to show if they do, but then it will also require, then I'm going to switch back to the interface, it will require then that the user also be on Businessweek or GetHuman.com, and that they fit in the advertising and marketing topic, and they're a technophile, and they're a woman, and they're 65 or more. Well, you can imagine that if you have to match all of those things, you're not going to get probably the traffic that you're looking for. That's what the target and bid setting requires. So if that's not what you want, what you need to come in here and do is set them to bid only. And what that'll do, when you set these, now that I've changed these to bid only, that will allow your ads to show when they match any of these criteria: Get Human or Businessweek, advertising and marketing topic, technophiles, women, 65 or over. Now in this case that would be extremely broad and we wouldn't want to do that, but the point is that they automatically set to target and bid, and that requires everything to match, all of the targeting options to match before your ad will show. And most of the time, in my experience, that's probably not what the advertiser expects is going to happen. So when you change to bid only, just post your changes, you come back here, and now it will show, your ads will now show for when any of these different targeting criteria match instead of all of them. So if that's what you want to happen, if you want to set something up so that, for example, either these display keywords, the display keywords match, or the match placements match, you need to change that setting to target and bid, or excuse me, into bid only instead of target and bid. There you go. Any questions, just leave me a comment.